Afternoon. The USS Lexington is moments away from arriving at its new home off Corpus Christi Beach. 5 large tugs started towing the Lady Lex from the wharf at Naval Station Ingleside at about 9:30 this morning. It's due to arrive very shortly. Before the tugs arrived, the last officer to serve on the aircraft carrier signed the document that turned the ship over to Corpus Christi. Lieutenant Commander Philip Barry has mixed feelings about seeing the ship turn civilian.
I'm really kind of sad to see it disappear from the Navy inventory, but at the same time, I'm glad they're not scrapping her. I'm glad she's going to a good home port where, where the history will always be there for future generations.
The Lady Lex had been berthed at Naval Station Ingleside since January. The Coast Guard is not allowing any boat traffic within 1 mile of the Lex while it's being moved. Well, as you probably know, the Lexington is being turned into a floating museum not too far from the Texas State Aquarium. Mike Johnson is at the aquarium with an update on the Lexington's transit across the bay. Mike?
John, the view here from the Texas State Aquarium is great. This morning the Lexington started out as just a speck on the horizon, and it's gotten bigger and bigger over the last couple of hours as it gets nearer and nearer. As you said, they left about 9:30 this morning, or maybe a little after, a slightly delayed start, about an hour or so. But they seem to be making up time as they head across the bay. So far the trip has taken a little over 2 hours. And the ship has now reached the point where they will begin, well, just about reached the point where they'll begin turning it into the slip here at the jetty at Corpus Christi Beach. They've had 5 tugboats nudge it across the bay, and more tugging.
It was about 2.5 hours, so I think they were probably doing 5 or 6 knots instead of 3.
Okay, and that tailwind is going to help them.
Well, it's going to help them make the turn, but it's also going to be tricky to stop the turn when they have to stop turning.
Rob, really, thank you very much. As they make the turn, they have a group of surveyors, engineers on another roof over here at the aquarium to my right, and they'll be sighting in exactly where the ship goes, so that once it's there, of course, they don't want to move it, John.
All right, thank you. Mike Johnson reporting live from the Texas State Aquarium. Looks like some ants trying to push an elephant around out there. And we will have more on the Lexington at 6 o'clock this evening. And we'll also check in
the top floor of the Texas State Aquarium. We're actually out on the roof. It's a little bit windy up here today. We're going to be back with information on the Lady Lex's arrival in just a minute. Live right here on top of the Texas State Aquarium, we have the Lady Lexington still making her big turn. Behind us, that is a massive, massive ship, and all the traffic out here all the way up Shoreline Boulevard are packed in here trying to get a view of the Lady Lex coming in to Corpus Christi Beach, and of course it will be docked here permanently and will certainly be a nice addition to the Corpus Christi skyline. Let's check out our current conditions right now. We have 89 degrees, we have very high humidity. The winds are up here at about 15 miles an hour. Actually, they're up, seems like a little bit more here along the bay. That's normally pretty typical, though, with the winds out of the southeast. And we had a morning low today of about 76. Dana Stevens right now, the communications manager for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's a mouthful right there. And, of course, you guys have been involved with this Lex for now like a year and a half, and you guys must be glad to finally have her coming home.
Yeah, we're really thrilled to get her here on Corpus Christi Beach, and as you can see, I think the community is too by the turnout all along the shoreline and over here on the beach.
Right. Well, as I mentioned to you before, I took a look out here. We have Corpus Christi Beach out here in front of me, and they are just lined up all along the beach, and Shoreline Boulevard, it's just packed with folks right now trying to get a view of the Lady Lex. How much longer do we anticipate it's going to take before we finally get her where she's going to be?
Well, we hope to have her in about by 1 o'clock, 1:30 probably. We've been running about 45 minutes to an hour behind because some of the delays this morning, but once she's there to stay.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's not like you can't come out here in the next few days or the next year and take a look at it, but certainly a very historical day in Corpus Christi, and we're going to have more, of course, tonight at 6 and 10. We're going to try to get Dale out here, give him a chance to do some of this live weather. It's certainly a lot of fun. Pretty windy out here, though. And, John, I'll tell you what, I had some vegetables to show you, a large tomato and a large I didn't bring the cucumber, but I did bring a, look at this. Isn't that that's a big old sucker, isn't it? We'll have more vegetables tomorrow on the air.